Hi, and welcome back to another video tutorial on using Moodle 2.6 for York County School Division virtual high school teachers, as well as any teachers in the York County School Division using Moodle to blend their learning. Really what we're looking at today is an organizational piece. We're talking about moving things within your Moodle layout, as well as adding labels to give some visual cues to students as to what things are. So when we look in our course, again, we're logged in as Tom Teacher in our Moodle training course. We see we have quite an array of things appearing within our course introduction section. So something that we might want to do here is reorganize and identify what some of these pieces are. So something I might do here, just to give some perspective on it, is think about the order I'm going to assign these pieces. So the first thing I might do is I want to have the introducing yourself piece first. So I click on that little kind of sideways rectangle, like two puzzle pieces fitting together, icon next to it, and you see the screen changes where I have these blank white blocks in between all of my other pieces of information in the course, other content in the course. So what I'm going to do is, that's the piece that I wanted to come first. So I'm going to click this first white block in the course, and you see it actually moves it into that space. And so I might take a second and just kind of reorganize everything really quickly. You know, I want students to introduce themselves. I want to talk about discussion boards. I'm going to have them complete a sample assignment next. And ultimately I'm going to have them take the introduction quiz to show that they know something about me. This pacing guide piece, again, that's a hidden piece from a previous video that we looked at on adding folders. That's not really something students need to see, so I'm going to move that one here to the top block, and maybe I want to have that piece tab over to be underneath Tom Teacher's audio introduction. And then lastly, I have this Weird Al video that really doesn't have to do with the course introduction, has more to do with our first topic, which is going to be on grammar. So I'm going to move that Weird Al grammar video down here, and then I'm going to click this gear to change that topic 2 heading to Introduction to Grammar, and save changes on that. So now that looks a little nicer, makes a little more sense. So one of the things you might be interested in doing with this is, in this first part, really breaking these pieces up and giving some, again, visual cues as to what the different sections are. You might do that by day of the assignment, or you might just do that by topic that you're covering. So a nice tool to use to do that is what's called a label. And you see I'm going to add a resources and picking label. And so when I add a label, this is just text that's going to appear on the screen. So I'm going to label this "Welcome to your new online class." Always a challenge whether or not I can spell correctly. I'm going to keep that visible, hit save and return the course. And so now I have this nice new text that I'm going to put right here above introducing yourself, so students see that, and it's kind of, again, that visual cue to where do I go first, what do I do first. And to make this even more attractive, I'm going to slide my introducing yourself and the discussion board expectations to the side. Something that I might do if I was actually building this whole class is put a discussion board in here for students to participate in. And then I have this second section. So really what I've just visualized here is this first section, the first piece that I want students to do, and then these are the second pieces that I want students to do. So I'm going to go ahead and add another label, and I'm going to put in here, what did you learn about your class? Again, I'm going to highlight that and make it bold just so it stands out a little bit on the page. And again, just kind of grab this piece, put it in the spot that I'd like to have it, and then move everything underneath it to the right, just to show that they are connected to each other in that way. And now when I turn editing off, I'm going to get a quick glimpse of what this will actually look like for a student. And so you see what we've done in the course introduction section. We have 2 subsections with pieces that are in there. And again, you have a discussion board. I'd probably go back in here and add a discussion board. I'd certainly add in an assignment so students could submit the sample assignment to me. And then we'll be ready to roll right into section 2 on grammar. So again, the whole point of this one is just showing you how to do labels so that your class isn't just a huge repository of content. It actually is an organized file location, but more than just a file location, a way for students to actually see visually where the class is progressing, where they've been, where they're going, and all the assignments that are connected to that journey that they're on. So when we think about using Moodle, let's not think of it as just this big old server where I'm keeping my stuff. Let's think of it as the organization of our classroom, not only for us as teachers, but for students, so they can have some kind of clue about what pieces are connected to what topics and how all this class connects together. So next time we'll look at more tools within Moodle. I hope you enjoyed this section on labels. Thanks and have a good one.